What's up, soil brothers and soil sisters? Look, I'm starting off with the wrong knife. However, it's Christmas morning. Merry Christmas. And we gonna cook some dinner. So, I'm gonna start with a question. What are y'all cooking for Christmas dinner? Are you cooking traditional Christmas with the turkey and the ham and all the fixings? Are you doing seafood? What are you cooking? We are, let me get the right knife. Okay. I am cooking lasagna. So, my family love my lasagna. My husband loves my lasagna. So we can't go wrong with pasta for Christmas. I'm going to show y'all how I do it. Alright y'all, so I'm going to start with my onions. I just diced up my onion. And I'm going to fry this onion a little bit and start cutting up my sausage. Oh, by the way, did I say we were making lasagna? Sorry y'all. Let's make some lasagna. So yeah, I use this kielbasa. I'm only gonna cut up one, and I'm gonna add that to my onion. I'm gonna fry this with my onion. Just a little bit, not a whole lot. Cut it up in little bite-sized pieces. Sometimes I cut it up in fours, each round in fours, but I'm just gonna cut this in half like that. I make a big enough pan to last days. Sometimes I freeze some so my husband can have some for a little while. Sometimes he'll eat like so much of it where I don't have to freeze in there. I just let them eat what we have. So I'm gonna get this all cut up and add it to my onion. Alright, so now I have, let me get my trash out of the way. Now I have, this is plant-based meat. So I started adding red cabbage to my lasagna, but this time I'm going to add plant-based meat, which will give us our vegetables. This is, excuse my dog, y'all. I did not pass gas. That was my dog. This is plant-based meat. So if you follow Blind Guy, his wife, their life, our friend Laquita from Blind Guy is an excellent plant-based cook. She cooked us this plant-based meat This is what it, let me see if I can show it to you. This is what the plant-based meat looked like. It is delicious. We had it a week ago we had it on a grilled cheese sandwich. Oh my God. When I say delicious, delicious. So I'm gonna show you what this meat looked like. I think we have a poll running to name our plant-based meat, which we always talk about on Mondays during our Monday morning garden chat. And this is what it looks like. Meat. It is delicious, y'all. So what she used to make this, that was the big question. I tried it first and then I asked. She left us some of her meat, her garden meat, I'm gonna call it, because this meat it can come straight from your garden. So what she used is a combination of okra and onions. I'm not a fan of okra, but let me tell you, I can definitely do this. So we will have a video coming soon where I show how to make meat with vegetables. Very interesting, very good. And you know, I just encourage anybody to try it. So instead of adding the cabbage to my lasagna, I'm gonna add plant-based meat. So I'm gonna chop it up, you know, just like I did my sausage for the most part. These bites are a little bit smaller than the sausage, but it'll be throughout the entire lasagna. So that's how much we love this okra meat. I cannot believe I'm eating okra. But hey, this is a healthy way to eat meats. I'm all for it. So I will still use ground beef. I'm just adding health to it, you know. Entire meal in one. And it doesn't have to be small, you know, you don't have to chop it up small. So this is just how I'm chopping it for now. So have you ever tried any plant-based meats? Have you ever made your own plant-based meats? I think this is wonderful. So I'm gonna make some meatballs too. So I think this is enough for one pan of lasagna. And like I said, it doesn't have to be small. I'm just trying to make sure we can get some in every bite. So I'm gonna add this to my sausage and onions that I got cooking over here. I did not chop my onions up too small, so I'll bring you over next. So here we have onion, plant-based meat, which is the okra and onion combination, and sausage. I'm gonna let this cook down good and all these flavors to marry together. So my husband loves his lasagna with a lot of meat. I always use a lot of meat, but sometimes I use sausage, sometimes I don't. I rarely cook with onions, but I'm learning to cook with onions. So I have an onion in here, my plant-based meat, and my sausage. I'm still gonna use ground beef, so I'm just cooking this up first and getting that ready. I can set it to the side. Alright, so with that, so I've let this cook long enough. I'm gonna pull this off and I'm gonna get my ground beef started. Alright, so we got our ground beef going. I'm gonna put a little bit of garlic powder. You can use fresh garlic. I just used the first thing I grabbed for some reason. I'm gonna put a little bit of parsley flakes. And some seasoning salt. I mean, not seasoning salt. This is pink Himalayan salt. So you want to season your ground beef good. You know? I think that is. I was going to use some onion powder, but no big deal. I have real onions. So I'm going to mix this up real good. Then I'm going to let it cook. I didn't even wash this pan because I had, you know, the onion flavor and flavor from that sausage and everything. So I just put my ground beef in the same pan, unwashed, so I can get some of that flavor combined through my ground beef. So I'll let this cook for a little while. Well, we'll cook it till it's done. How about that? In the meanwhile, we will move on to make our sauce for our lasagna. That way when the ground beef is done, we can put it together. So let's make some sauce. Alright, so one of my layers is, I think this bowl is big enough. We're gonna work with it because I'm being lazy a little bit. Ricotta cheese. Cottage cheese. And this is definitely if or how much you want. So my husband normally doesn't like cottage cheese, sour cream, nor ricotta cheese at all. But he will eat it in his lasagna. So this is sour cream. Mix those three together. I'm gonna mix them up a little bit since I got them in this little bowl. So this is ricotta cheese. My dogs are like super busy this morning. We've been outside twice. I let them stay out there for a good little while and they still like, oh, mama, can you come play with us? Well, bless you for whatever you're doing. And 2 eggs, 2 washed eggs from my girls. They always keep us up with eggs. So this is again ricotta cheese, cream cheese, not cream cheese, ricotta cheese, sour cream, and cottage cheese, and 2 eggs. I'm just using 2 eggs because of the amount that I'm making. If you make a smaller batch or a smaller pan, you could probably get away with 1 egg, but mix that up good. That's good. Good enough. Alright, so now you got your white sauce mixed up. And we got our sausage, onion, and plant-based meat, which is this plant-based meat. I'm gonna eat that piece. Alright, let's check on the ground beef. Alright, y'all, so I finished my ground beef and drained with a little bit of grease was there. I drained that off and I put it in the bowl with my onion, sausage, and garden meat. We're gonna call it garden meat. Unfortunately, this year I did not make my own spaghetti sauce, but we are growing tomatoes to make our own spaghetti sauce. So be on the lookout for that. Alright, so I add all my meat and my onions are here, and I add my tomato sauce. So I'm not gonna add like a whole lot because I got other liquids, so it doesn't be soupy, you know. We just want it like this. Those onions are very intimidating. Alright, so let's put our lasagna together. Goodness gracious, I don't know what those dogs are doing today. So here I have my sharp cheddar and mozzarella cheese. That's only half. That's about half of what I'll use. I have my sour cream, cottage cheese, ricotta cheese, and eggs. And I use these oven ready noodles. Very lazy, very quick, very simple. I love these noodles. I just layer my pan with it. Let me make sure you can see. I layer my pan with these. I don't know if I'll ever make homemade noodles. Whew. But these are perfect. So I break it, you know, just to get what I need when I need to. Simple. Look at that. Perfect. Fill in all those little cracks. Like here. It doesn't matter if they layered, whatever. That's the first layer. I'm gonna put, and I'm using a glass pan because of course I forgot to get metal pans, aluminum pans that I usually like to use when I make my lasagna, so I'm gonna have to be careful and make sure I don't pile it up like I do in the other pan that's a lot deeper than these, but make sure we layer the entire bottom. I like the idea of using the plant-based meat in this mixture instead of the cabbage, even though it was delicious with the cabbage, but this plant-based meat is so good. So my next layer will be my white sauce, and I'm just gonna pour it because I use a good amount. You can never use too much. I don't think you can use too much of this stuff, so you know, spread that out. Just like that. Top that with cheese and pray for your second layer. Man, I was like, oh man, it's Christmas Day. Nothing is open, so I can't even run and get the deep aluminum pans that I like to use. So we're gonna work with what we got. All right, that's the first layer. So we're gonna pray for the second layer because it's gonna be kind of healthy. But we're gonna make it do what it do. I think it'll be fine. I'm gonna put a piece of aluminum foil down in the oven just in case. Let me see. Yeah, I can do that. It's like a puzzle. I'm gonna break this one so I can get some over here. We're gonna do it all over again. Meat. Y'all, my husband can eat, like in the morning he'll say, oh, just fix me 6 eggs and some lasagna. So he'll eat this breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Unlike me, I'm like, after a day or two, I'm like, okay, give me some fried chicken or something. Not that it doesn't taste bad, it's just I get tired of the same thing real fast where my husband will eat and eat and eat. So, you know, I can eat it again maybe in 2 days, 3 days or so. I'm like, okay, I'll eat a piece of lasagna. But, oops. Alright. That's the scary second layer. Spill a little bit. Alright. Let's see if we can make this happen without making a mess in the oven. Okay, so that's enough of that. And of course, this is our second and last layer. But the good thing about the glass, I noticed one time that it usually it doesn't bubble up a whole lot. So it'll cook down instead of cooking up. So it's not too bad. It won't be too bad. Alright, y'all, we're gonna go outside in a minute. My dogs are really good. We taught them, when we first got them, we taught them not to come in the kitchen, and they stick with that pretty good. You know, they'll might lay their head on the kitchen floor because it's cool. You know, Rottweilers like the coolness, but they won't just walk in the kitchen and walk around the kitchen. Alright, let me get some more cheese. And I just buy a bag of mozzarella, and I buy sharp cheese because we use it all the time from Sam's Club, and I just mix the two. All right. Now that we have our overload of cheese, I'm going to put a piece of aluminum foil over this and pray it do what I expect it to do in the oven. Cook down and not up. So I got my oven preheating to 350 I'll stick this in the oven with aluminum foil for about an hour. And then I'll take the aluminum foil off for a few minutes just for my top to brown. So that is our lasagna. Alright, let's get it in the oven. Alright, so this is after the first hour. Now, that's an hour with the aluminum foil on. Now I took the aluminum foil off, and I'm gonna let it brown on the top for a few minutes and help melt the cheese down. Alexa, stop. Alright, Soyo fam, so this is the lasagna out of the oven and done. Extra cheesy. Good to go. Alright, y'all. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment your favorite lasagna recipe. Have you ever tried plant-based meat? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have a blessed day.